And I think we're back. Hello, hello. Soundtrack back online. Just launching the various applications for getting things going here again. Here again. Here again. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Desktop audio loop. There we go. That's way better. Okay.
Right then.
Okay, this is a quick microphone test. Make sure that things are not broken. Alright, that sounds fine. And let me get back to Proxmox. Oh, this is fun. Oh, and I wanted to be in studio mode. There we go. And there we go again. Anyhow, so as I was explaining, I want to be able to get Proxmox up and running inside of Truenas scale on the same app image, and this may be easier because Proxmox's web UI is hosted on a different port than what the Truenas scale UI is hosted on. So if I haven't already broken this, let's see here. So what I have done already is I've gone to the shell. This was right before I went live initially, and I got root. All right, so now I'm the administrative user, and I went ahead and enabled the apt package management system, which is the Debian package manager, and I went ahead and went to this Reddit article and used that in order to re-enable the apt package manager so that I could follow the installation instructions for installing Proxmox VE on Debian 11 Bullseye. Debian 11 Bullseye is in fact exactly the same distribution that Truenas Scale bases its system on. What I think that will break is basically either the web UI or something having to do with the way that Truenas manages networking, basically is the big one. So I was just following along with these instructions here, and scrolling down, install a standard Debian Bullseye image. I assume that's what Truenas is using. I took a look at the hosts entry for the IP just to make sure that all of this stuff was solid, and it appears to be. And then install Proxmox VE. The first thing you do is adapt your sources list. So you basically add this bit of configuration into the /etc/apt sources list, and go ahead and update the apt package manager to grab those new packages, and grab the repository key, which I have done, and apt update to update the list of packages in the package manager, and then install the Proxmox VE kernel. Now, I have done this, and I have not yet rebooted because I got all sorts of errors from my Truenas installation here. I wish that I would have documented those errors before, but most of them have to do with the firmware for networking being removed because it's part of the non-free branch of Debian, which for whatever reason wasn't configured correctly. So I'm going to head over to /etc apt sources, nano sources. Nano is just a text editor. Okay, so these are so this is the network site where TrueNAS keeps its copy of the customized version of Debian that it uses. So I'm going to go ahead and add non-free to each one of these sections in hopes that one of the distributions here has the appropriate non-free packages that I'm looking for. That one already has non-free. Many of these will fail, but they'll fail non-destructively because they just don't have the non-free branch on them. But that is totally 100% okay. Looks like Buster is listed there as well. Oh, for Docker. Okay. Okay. So now that I've added non-free to each one of those, I probably could have done that at the command line anyway. Let's do an apt-get update and see what happens. Okay, so as I said, many of these do not have a non-free component, and that's fine. Search. Did they call it firmware? Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for, and it did add in these packages. All right, so I need to add back in the firmware that it removed. I need to do so manually, unfortunately. So, make a quick note of what I believe was removed. So, firmware NX2. Firmware NX2X. RCM 80211. This those so I can paste them in after. That saved me a little bit of work. Firmware. Don't care about sound. I don't care about WiMAX because I'll never use that. Wireless, head codecs, Intel wireless cards, Marvell wireless cards. Don't need them. Don't need them. Firmware, Linux, non-free. Let's go to the next page. Don't care about any of those. Metron network adapters, that was one of them. Let's see. Firmware QLogic. You need that in firmware Realtek. That. Firmware SOF signed. I'm looking for Intel firmware. It's it. Chrome network firmware. Let's see. Firmware. So I don't need. Oh, I guess that was it. So let's try to install all of the. So let's go apt get install. Those. Oh. Firmware. Oh, net firmware. There we go. Okay, so the following package was automatically installed and is no longer required. TV kernels. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, so what's going on here is that by installing those packages that I was trying to install in order to get the networking set back up, it tells me that it will remove the kernel package that I just tried to install. I'm not sure why. I think I might actually need a Realtek network. Go no for now because I can try that command again. LSPCI will show me what is installed as far as networking goes. Alright. This is everything in my system that's PCI. So there's my 400 series PCI chipset. There's my ASMedia PCIe switch port. This is running on top of the Ryzen processor, so all this advanced micro devices stuff, AMD makes sense. Network controller. Okay, Intel Corporation, dual band, wireless AC. Oh, I guess this board has onboard Wi-Fi that I'm not using. Ethernet controller, AC107. That is my my 10 gig network connection, and there's an Intel 1 gig. All right, so maybe I don't need these networking firmwares. Well, if it comes up and doesn't have network, we know why. Let's try to continue with the install. My instructions go just a quick second. And I lost it when it crashed. Okay. There we go. Sorry, I was looking for the appropriate install manual here that I was looking at before. Alright, so we've installed the kernel. So, let's see if... Go ahead and install Proxmox, see what happens. It's telling me I should reboot, but I don't know if I have to, and I'm just gonna wing it. Alright, so it's telling me it wants to remove 19 packages and install 161 packages. Don't like doing stuff without knowing exactly what it is, so let me take a look here. Alright, so XIM4 base. XIM4. Okay. That's a mail transfer agent. So the email might break. Lib and v pair. Oh, it wants to remove middleware D. Middleware D is the core of TrueNAS. Yeah. So ZFS is trying to get removed. Yes, CFS is being installed down here. The TrueNAS packages are being removed. Alright. I think that just about does it. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this at all. Don't know why it's forcing the removal of these packages. wants to install all of this stuff up here. A lot of packages. Yeah, it looks like it wants to completely remove TrueNAS as a system in order to continue. That's not gonna work. Okay. Well, that's yeah, that's just not gonna work. I'm gonna reinstall these firmware images, which will remove the KVE kernel that got installed. I'm going to try to revert back to the way that things were before I started messing around with them and hope that I didn't break anything. And then I'll try to reboot this thing and see if it comes back online. So it's removing the TV that I installed initially. It's reinstalling this package that I never. So I'm not sure how to get it to install those packages without removing packages. I don't know why that's a thing. Weirdly, I'm a novice when it comes to working in and around complex OS packages like this. I've done plenty of application level stuff, but I figured I would just end up breaking it and having to reinstall TrueNAS, which isn't a big deal. I wouldn't lose any data or anything like that. The most I would have to do is reset up my the one or two minor TrueCharts applications that I have running. Which wouldn't be a big deal at all, and I would probably have to set up like the usernames and passwords for sharing, which is like a 5-minute job. That's actually one of the things I like about TrueNAS is how easy it is to set up initially, and I've done it a whole bunch of times, so I should be able to do so pretty quickly. Well, while this happens, if you all could excuse me for just a couple of seconds, I'm going to step away for a moment, and I will see you in a minute.
Say that you're bossy cause you are the boss. Buy anything, you don't care what it costs. Say that you're bossy. Say that you're bossy cause you are the boss. Buy anything, you don't care what it costs. Say that you're bossy. Because I am the boss. 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 Because I am the boss.
Sorry about that. I didn't realize that I was muted there. So what happened was the kernel failed to uninstall. I have a feeling that the boot manager that Truenas is using is different from the normal Debian bootloader that it expects. So I don't know whether or not it will load the Truenas kernel, nothing at all, which would just not come up, or the Proxmox kernel. So fun times. Anyhow, if it does magically come back up in a usable fashion, the next thing I want to try is installing Proxmox in a virtual machine, which is not really what I want, but might be the way to go. Nested virtualization has some issues, but I'm kind of curious if I can make it work. It's also definitely possible to virtualize Truenas, but in doing so, you basically have to pass through a disk controller in order to get the drives to show up properly. And I don't really have a good way to do that right now. I'm just staring at the waiting for active Truenas controller to come up screen here, which may or may not ever happen. It does usually take maybe a minute or so for that to happen, even on a healthy install. So we'll see how that works. Meanwhile, have a sip of some Mountain Dew here and see what happens. May also take another quick break to physically check on the machine. I have a monitor attached to it currently to see if it will, ever come up without intervention. It could be that the network card firmware doesn't work. It could be that the kernel isn't installed properly anymore. Or it could just be taking a little bit longer to come up. Just no. Well, it doesn't appear to want to come up. It usually comes up before too long. I'm gonna go take a look at the display downstairs, and I will be back in just a couple of seconds.
It's too cold, standing in the middle of the downpour, looking in the mirror, 'cause it's only you that you have to lose. Headed backward on a one-way, trying to stop from running, but you can't wait. Bury all the evidence, you'll only learn when you crash and burn. holding on. Don't go away. Turn over pages. I see fire. I'm not okay with every year. You keep me here. You turn on fire to ashes. What you made me see is turning to hope. Get out of my head with every year. You keep me here. You turn on fire. All I see are ashes.
God, it makes me feel so good. God, it makes me feel so good. God, it makes me feel so good. God, it makes me feel so good.
All right, so it looks like the issue was minor networking setback, which I was able to fix. At least I believe I was able to fix. Currently just trying to log into the web UI now. Hopefully it will come up for me. Not liking this. V9 oh. Huh. And apparently there is still a network issue. Well, I guess I will be right back in another minute or so. I thought it was going to come.
Fly, I got that different type of energy right now. Just get
a shot if you want to. Your mouth's a gun. Take my heart if you want to. You won't be in love. You can run circles every day. I can run miles in this game. So far away. You're so far away. Say that it's my fault you're depressed. Say you're only with me cause I'm a mess. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I believed, held on to what you say. Now I'm moving on to a different place. I gotta be strong, yeah, I gotta feel love, yeah, I gotta be me. Cause when I'm alone, I can do what I want. I'm better when I'm free. I'm better when I'm too many times I trusted you. Said you won't lie, but what's the truth? It's hopeless love, we're gonna lose. You got to just leave me alone now. Cause I am too strong for your song now. I believed it, held on to what you say. Now I'm moving on to a different place. I gotta be strong, yeah, I gotta feel love, yeah, I gotta be me. Cause when I'm alone, I can do what I want. I'm better when I'm free. 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 I believed it, held on to what you say. Now I'm moving on in a different place. I gotta be strong, yeah, I gotta feel love, yeah, I gotta be me. 'Cause when I'm alone, I can do what I want. I'm better when I'm free.
Hello again. Does that work? Yes, it does. Okay, so I managed to have to reset the network settings for some reason, but it looks like I did get it online again. Let's go over to that screen. Again, and Truenas. Yay, log in. What's his name? Okay, so it looks like everything is back online more or less the way it was before I screwed with it. Let's see if my apps came up. Probably still deploying. Yeah, they're up. Okay, and looks like something is angry. Oh, it didn't have networking, so it just didn't synchronize the true charts. Okay, well, it's both better and worse than I thought. So Truenas apparently is working the way it was before I started messing with it, so that's not a waste of time, I suppose. So let's go ahead and create a virtual machine and try to get Proxmox installed here. So this is going to be Linux. We're going to call this Proxmox virtualization server. System clock is local. We're going to boot via UEFI. Shutdown timeout 90 seconds is fine. Enable display type. We're going to go with Spice because it's a little bit more fully featured. Default network IP interface. The primary IP address is the default. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, CPU and memory. So CPU is just going to be the host model. In fact, I'm going to go with host pass through and just pass through the CPU entirely. For this test, I'm going to test it with 8 gigabytes of RAM. Minimum memory size. Let's call that 2 gigabytes of RAM. NUMA node set is blank, and that's fine. Create a new disk image. Disk type, I'm going to go with virtio. It's a little bit faster of an interface. ZVol location. Select the data set. So I'm going to put this on Obsidian. Oh, okay. Oh. Container storage. That'll be fine. And I want to make this because this should only be the drive for storing a test. I'm going to leave it at 10 gigabytes. Network interface. I'm going to make this virtio as well because it's fast. I'm going to attach it to my NIC in P9SO. I believe that's the default. Next, installation media. I'm going to upload an installer image file. Find where that file is. Load. Oh, choose file. Proxmox VE. I've downloaded it already. Next, don't really need hide it from MSR. Don't need a display device. Save. Okay. Let's boot up Proxmox. Display. That doesn't seem to be doing well. Let's that off. Must have messed up the display setup. I know that this should support Spice just fine. Well, this is really annoying. I really don't like the way that TrueNAS does the display and setup for virtual machines. Go with VNC web interface. Screen. It's still trying to stop the VM. Plenty of available memory. Everything should be just fine. Just switch off auto start while I'm here too. Oh yeah, another thing. Edit. It's number of CPU cores. I have 16 at my disposal on this machine. I can use it. 16 cores, 32 threads. Doesn't. Oh, so Proxmox finally just stopped. Product of vCPU cores and threads must not exceed 255. Doesn't exceed 255. Oh, this is threads per core. Okay, now that that's set, let's try to start it again. Start. Display. I'm an idiot. Nightly prevented this site from opening 21 pop-up windows. Allow pop-ups. And there's all of the errored responses. Any of them work? No. One more time. There we go. Okay. So this isn't exactly what we wanted to see, but it's not terribly unexpected. Alright, so what we need to do is shut down this virtual machine again. We need to grab it and or devices, hit disk, add, okay, so that didn't work. Let's delete this. Delete. Proxmox. Delete VM data, force delete. Okay. Alright, so let's create a data set. Container storage, add data set, Proxmox. That's all fine. Save. Okay, got our Proxmox container. And I'm also going to make a, actually no, I shouldn't have to do that. Add virtual machine, guest operating system is Linux, name is Proxmox, description is Proxmox, local UEFI, start on boot is fine, NC bind, host pass through, memory size, it's the maximum memory, so 8 gigabytes. Minimum memory size is 2 gigabytes. Next, zval location. Storage Proxmox, 10 gigabytes. Rodeo, patch NIC. Upload an installer. Oh, it didn't save it. Okay. Upload. This file. Proxmox. Upload. Next. Just gonna leave that default. Save. Start. Display. Proxmox. Install Proxmox VE. Okay, gets an IP from DHCP. That's good. End user license agreement. install to the QEMU hard disk. Time zone is New York. Password is password. Proxmox Cpgeek.org. It appears to be installing correctly this time. Unable to create data volume. Why? Open. I think I might have specified a hard drive image that is too small. Proxmox. 16 to 32 gigabytes. Okay. All right, let's try this again. Let's go. Power this off. Shut down. H now. Okay. Well, it'll be forced off in a minute. It's super strange that I can't do anything with shutdown-h now, though. Looks like systemd isn't responding. Very weird. Right, so that's off. Let's go devices, disk, edit. All right, looks like I'll have to recreate it. Dang it. Again. New virtual machine, Linux, Proxmox, encryption, Proxmox, local UFTF. Display by Spice this time. Next. Cores 16, 2 threads. CPU mode is just pass through. Memory size, bytes, minimum memory size, 2 gigabytes. Eval location, container storage Proxmox, size 16 is minimum, so I'm going to go with 20 gigabytes. adapter, vert.io, Nick. Proxmox ISO, I'll move that later. Save. Start that. Display. Spices on. Play. 20 gig drive options. For ease of use, actually no. Make the ZFS rate 0. That's fine. America/New York. Password. Please note that the domain is not going to be accessible from the outside. This is just my internal domain, so I can type things in and they show up easily. Don't have to memorize my own IP addresses. Missions. Carpool. Star Kitty.
Staring at all of me like I'm the enemy, but you're holding on to me.
Doing the thing.
How did it get so far? We crumble and fall apart. Did we fall out of love? You love me entirely. Was that another me? I'm not the enemy. Your mask won't hide all your tears. Where do we go from here?
Almost done. Close. There we go. Okay, so 10.3.9.1.3.8 8006. All right, now we have to get rid of the boot media. So you can just get rid of the CD drive outright. have to wait until it stops. We don't like the way that TrueNAS does virtual machines. Come on.
Your love has run out, can't turn it around. You're stuck in a storm that won't let up. Got so many doubts, no faith to be found. Been telling yourself you ain't enough.
There we go.
I know you're walking through the world.
Then we can go to devices, remove the CD drive, delete, that's gone. Back to virtualization, switch this back on again, and now it'll boot to the hard drive that we just created. Here we go, you're done. So if we go to 10.3.9.1.38, 8006, we should see the graphical login for Proxmox. We'll do that. That's it. 38. 8006. Now it's telling me there's a potential security risk ahead. It's just fine. It's just a self-signed certificate, and the web browser doesn't like it. So here we are. Proxmox VE login. So username, Proxmox, actually root, password, Now it's telling me I don't have a subscription, which is fine. This is the free version of Proxmox. Just going to use it as free. Okay, so this is what we expect from Proxmox. This is what the Proxmox management system looks like. I can blow that up a little bit so y'all can see. So here we have a summary of what's going on here. We're not in a cluster right now, which is just fine. We have a single node, it's online. We have no virtual machines or containers running. That all looks good. Various system options that we can mess with later on. Let's see. Here we go. So here is the machine summary. We currently have 0% of 32 CPU threads. Load average is none because we're not actually doing any work right now. And everything looks good. So it's giving me uptime, it's giving me I/O delay for waits, it's giving me swap usage, CPU activity, memory usage, network traffic. All of that's looking actually pretty decent. Okay, so let's start with a simple virtual machine. So if I go folder view, actually, it's server view. We'll create a container. C container, Proxmox, hosting Debian test. Password. It's giving me a password suggestion because I have LastPass installed. It's I'm not going to use the suggestion to type the password on my own. I could enter a SSH public key here and set all that up, but I'm not going to bother with that for now. Privileged container testing. Next. This field is required. Alright, how do I set up templates in Proxmox? I've done it before, I just don't remember. It's been a little while. Linux containers. Templates. Create VM. Downloading templates. Oh, I have to go to local disk. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and make that happen. There we go. CT templates. So we will. Templates. There we go. These are all ready-made templates. Cool. So I'm going to do a search for a Debian template. And there's Debian 11 standard right there. LXC container. Download. And downloads are like immediate because my internet is totally awesome. So that is all done. So now I can create a CT and test. Password is super secure password. Template, Debian 11 standard. Local storage. Disks, disk size. I want to make this really small. So this is only going to get 4 gigabytes of disk space, which should be more than enough for a base Debian install. Give this all 16 cores. Memory. Gonna go with you know what, 1 gigabyte is fine. Or ETH0, VM bridge 0. Go with DHCP. So this is extracting the container that we downloaded a minute ago and installing based on that. Looks like task is okay. So we'll close that and then we'll come over here. It created a new stopped image. So this is the actual container that we created. It's not running right now. And we'll go ahead and start it. The start button here. And it's starting. And we'll come over here to console. failed. Why am I having trouble with the console? No, it's not allowed to connect to the local interface. Action. Did it crash? Oh, okay. Out of memory. Interesting. Okay. So, let's go ahead and shut down Proxmox, I guess. And then we will give it some more memory. So, Proxmox. Looks like it's only got 1.7 gigabytes of RAM here. For some reason. That's super strange. How do I shut down the node? Oh. Proxmox. I can just... Oh. No. Oh, to shut down. There we go. So that'll shut down, and then I can adjust the settings in Truenas to get it some more memory. I might have to force it. The web interface is offline, so it should be shutting down. I don't know why it's not showing that here. Yeah, I'm going to have to force it to shut down. Alright, so it's stopped. Edit. Set to host. Oh, it's set to host pass through. Okay, that's fine. Minimum memory size. What? I'm just gonna give it 8 gigabytes, and that should do it. Save. Let's turn this back on. It's rather fast because it's a virtual machine. Here we are. And we'll go to the Debian test. Actually, we'll go to Proxmox and make sure we have the RAM. Plenty of RAM now. So we'll go to Debian test. We'll go ahead and start that up, and we'll go ahead and get its console. Running as memory usage. Why is it not giving me console? Ah, there we go. I guess it was finishing the install. Alright, so here we have our Debian install. It's the console of the machine. I can double click on this to get the console in a window of its own. There we go. So I can log in as root. Alright, and I've got a vanilla Debian system. So, if I wanted to, I could, you know what, let's spin up a quick network server to see how this might look if I chose to use this as a platform to host Cpgeek.org on. Not necessarily for performance, but just to see if I have the skills to get this done, a simple LEMP server. Alright, so first thing that we'll want to do is apt-get update. Grab all of the latest packages. Okay, and it doesn't have networking for some reason. So trying to figure out what the networking situation is with this. Give it a NIC or something? Got a NIC at ETH0. It's attached to VMBR0 for a bridge.
Hack the planet! Hack the planet!
Shut up and get in the car.
Hack the planet! Hack the planet!
Thanks. That certainly made me jump. Alright, so having difficulties getting a network interface with this new virtual machine. If config is missing from the later Debian releases, unfortunately, you have to install NetTools, which I can't do without networking. So let me pull up the man page for IP. Network configuration. Three ways to view the network: setting up an Ethernet interface. If up H0. That's the way it goes. Okay, if it's already configured, then why isn't it working? Right, full start our status networking. Service online. Start. Okay, that doesn't appear to be doing anything, and I lost my connection for some reason. Oh. Temporary failure in name resolution. Alright, so why doesn't that work? Oh, okay. That makes more sense. So it looks like it's getting an IPv6 address from somewhere, and I don't know why. I'm manually assigning an IP address. IP address add 391 something. Oh, it's something really low. Let's go with 8. 255 255 255 0. Either local duplicate at mask garbage. What was that supposed to be?
Under pressure, no more time. Can we make a move? Overthinking, you and I. What do we
What's a
have
duplicate
to
where
lose?
ETH0 is garbage?
'Cause I'm wasting all my time thinking of
ETH0 is the way it's defined, so I hate the IP command.
more sign. I could find
Just
a way to
click
break
the
through.
if config. Okay, so why is there no interfaces.d? Okay, so IPA shows me that I have an IPv6 interface configured for some reason. I need this. All of these manuals are telling me to use if config, which is what I would really like to do. Yeah, if config, ETHC, this is exactly what I would want to do. But config isn't a thing anymore. NMTUI. Oh. Majority of networking setup can be done via basis configuration file at /etc/network/interfaces. That's the file I was looking for. That's the way it should be working. Let's reboot. I'm going to sue them for emotional distress. Who, Debian? Also, Pudge! How you doing? I'm just sitting here hacking away at some virtual machine Linux stuff. I've got my emotional support 3-pound bag of gummy bears. Let's try again. I think it's hard. Easy. So it's still not pulling a real IP address for some reason. I'm not sure why. So let's go back through the network configuration. That's usually where I mess stuff up. All right, so this is connected to VMBR0. VMBR0 is connected to it's my primary Linux bridge. It's directly connected to .38, which is what this whole interface is being run from, so that's fine. So why isn't that working? No, I'm a Sue Ritz. They took the red stick out of the cheese and crackers. How am I supposed to spread the cheese? I mean, do you not have, a finger, maybe? You'd always try putting the cracker into the cheese. Or, I don't know, using a chopstick or a spoon. Or, I don't know. Any number of other pseudo-sanitary food moving devices. I did. It broke the cracker. Ah. Otherwise, I'll get my fingers dirty. Well, sometimes you just gotta get your fingers dirty. And I was like, WTF? Yeah. Guess you'll just have to grab like a butter knife or something. I don't know. I don't know how much more support I can give you on the cheese and crackers there. It is kind of lame. What if you're out in the woods and all you have is a pack of cheese and crackers? Then you crack open your pack of cheese and crackers and you get your finger dirty. And then you suck off all the cheese with your mouth. Because it's a thing that's there. Is it sanitary? Not particularly. Are you gonna die over it? Probably not. If I die over it, I will be back to haunt you, says Dr. Cpgeek. Yeah, I'm not a doctor. But have I used cheese and crackers without the stick? Absolutely. Sometimes they just get lost. That's blasphemy, she says. Yeah, well. I gotta get my blasphemy game up then. You think that's blasphemy? Still is not getting an IP address. What the hell, man? It's just not sanitary, and just pack the damn red stick already, Ritz. Yeah, but well, what about the landfills that are full of these little red sticks all over the place? I mean, overall, it's just an environmental waste. You use it one time for what? Like 4 crackers and a little tiny bit of cheese, and then you throw it away? Why would they pack in a red plastic stick with every pack of cheese and crackers that kids eat en masse within like thousands and thousands of them? I know that I've eaten like at least a few thousand in my lifetime. Recycle it. I don't even know if it's recyclable plastic. I mean, it was never designed to be eaten. Maybe that was the other thing is kids might, swallow and choke on them. You know, kids these days are pretty dumb. Good natural selection. Yeah, well, that's not the way that modern political figures figure it. I don't know. I'll keep those opinions to myself. Okay. So, let's try giving it a static IP then. 10.391.8. Gateway of 10.391.254. That's my upstream gateway. It's all good, all good. Why can I not click the box? Solid cider range. It shouldn't be a range. It is a /24, but it shouldn't be defined there. Let's try that. Reboot it. I'll be back. Gotta figure out a dinner situation. Yeah, dinner's definitely a good plan. Had some leftovers before I started streaming, and I've eaten quite a few handsful of gummy bears. Gave it an IP. It seems to be there. Doesn't seem to be doing anything with it. Temporary failure in name resolution. What about local stuff? 10.391.254. And nothing. So something is not passing traffic to the router. That doesn't make any sense. So let's shut this down. About no firewall. We'll use DHCP. Start. Perhaps a package of the Ritz breadsticks would be a better option, as you just dip them and they don't require a little red stick. Just looking for solutions. Or you can, like, use a butter knife, like a grown adult. Pocket knife. Or any number of serving utensils. Don't understand why this isn't working. There's definitely something wrong with the network configuration. Portability. Yeah, well, you can carry a pocket knife. A lot of people do. Alright. Something just isn't working as far as I know. How about shut that down? You remove this, add a new one. Well, it's the same as the old one. Really shouldn't need a VLAN. CP. Bridge is running fine. If the bridge weren't running, I wouldn't be able to access this Proxmox environment. this doesn't do it, I'm just going to go ahead and scuttle this particular VM and create a new one. Containers are usually way easier. You're supposed to just be able to use a template and start it up and start adding packages. I don't know why network keeps failing like this.
I'm too busy dancing, I forget to pay rent. I'm too busy dancing, all my money been spent. I'm too busy dancing, I forget to pay rent. I'm too busy dancing, all my money been spent. I'm too busy dancing, I forget to pay rent. I'm too busy dancing, all my money been spent. I'm too busy dancing, I forget to pay rent. I'm too busy dancing, all my money been spent.
So let's try this again. And network is unreachable. I don't understand what would be causing this holdup. So I'm uploading a Debian ISO to the server. But you got your packages from Amazon. Not sure what you mean by that. I probably have gone beyond the context. Import successful. So let's try to build another one. Create container. Step test 2. wants me to do it from this here template. I guess I can only create LXC containers from templates. That's kind of dumb. So if I create a pure VM, I don't even know if it'll let me do this. So with a VM, I can select an ISO, Linux 2.6, virtual SCSI single, a local drive, disk size, 5 gigabytes. Let's go 3 gigabytes. Pockets 1, core 16. Type host, memory, go with 2 gig. Network for IO, NDR 0. Start console. Okay. Let's do install. English, United States, American English. This is familiar. Using the Debian installer that looks identical to this since 1997. Give me network access. We configure the same. If it doesn't, then it's a problem upstream of, yeah, failed. That's what I thought. Okay, so it's not a problem with DHCP. It's got to be a problem with networking itself. So if I come to Proxmox, I go to network. There's a Linux bridge set up on VMBR 0. And that's default. Like, there's no reason to do that otherwise, and this should just work. I don't understand why I'm having network problems here. See if Proxmox has network. It does. Proxmox has networking, and VM should have networking, as far as I know. I don't know why it wouldn't be receiving DHCP. Let's configure networking manually, at least temporarily. 10.3.9.1. Fine. 10. Think. That doesn't. Oh. Buddy, how's it going? How's your internet doing? The internet itself is fantastic. I'm getting something like 2 gigabits, like up and down. It's ridiculously over the top amounts of internet. It's double what I have for my entire office building at work. It's crazy. That's not the part that's temporarily getting me down though. Right now I'm trying to set up a virtual machine in order to play with the idea of hosting Cpgeek.org and other web services here at the house now that I have all that bandwidth to use. I'm just having some difficulties getting networking set up inside of the virtual machines that I'm trying to build. Some of this was never designed to be nested though. I'm running Proxmox virtual environment on top of Truenas scale, and that's a little hinky-ish. Just doing some testing right now. This is by no means final. Oh, you're interneting to the max. Yep, absolutely. Password. Password. Is it actually getting the time from the network time server though? Or is this just gonna fail because it's not connected to the net? Maybe it will. Who knows? Actually, I know. Yeah, it's still not getting online at all. Period. That is super annoying. But yeah, if I whip out a little speed test. Push the big go button. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, those numbers are crazy. I'm actually getting a little over what I pay for. Upload and download are symmetrical. The speed test is a little wonk. I'm also streaming right now with a few things going on in the background, so it might just be that things are a little encumbered. That's still, you know, ridiculous levels of internet. And yes, buddy, what are you up to? Pudge was just here lamenting about the lack of the little red stick not found in her cheese and crackers this evening. A not so handy snack, apparently. whilst munching on my emotional support gummy bears. Proxmox, it's internet. But VMs don't. The reason you are able to ping the host because it's on the same bridge as your VM. The reason you can't reach the internet is because VM bridge is not per se routed through EN01. You have to configure that or put your VM on VMBR0. My VM is on VRBR0 in my case. Back at the stream, not at home. Oh, missing stuff. Back and very sunburned from the Ren Fair. Oh, that sounds fun. I finished my gummy bears Friday night, so no emotional support there. So what did you get up to at said Ren Fair? What fun things were there? I haven't been to a good Ren Fair in a while. Machines can ping VMBR0. Machines on the same network can't access the internet to the ISP router. Not my case here. Ping. What is the IP address of the? Okay, 10.39138. Yes. Oh, the session I thought it was. This isn't connecting to the bridge. That's so weird. Why would that be the case? I don't know where the whole Proxmox page is. There it is. Okay, so on Proxmox, under networking, Linux bridge, will start.
Trust, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Says it's active. All right, you know what? Let's just reboot Proxmox for the hell of it. We did have a good time. We saw a few shows and looked at most of the shops. Sounds like fun.
Move my body. Yeah. Right now. Move my body. Yeah.
We'll shut it down.
Move my body. Yeah. Move my
I
body.
don't understand why I can't access the internet.
Move my body. 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 Right now. Yeah. Move my body.
There we go. So Proxmox can access fine. Grab templates, you can grab ASH top, but none of the VMs side of
Right now.
Proxmox in the external network. Get it?
Move my body.
We talk about foxgloves. We talk about foxgloves. We talk about
Well, the upside is it's not taking very much memory. Oh, never mind. It was just shutting down tasks. Derp. So, Truenas scale. Proxmox is running. Okay, it's restarting. Good. Back up.
foxgloves.
Oh, this one instead.
We talk about foxgloves planted in row, and all the while I'll ignore the problem. I'll get so drunk I can barely make it home. I need your help, but I can't ask. So we talk about foxgloves planted
Oh, they're both
in
out.
row,
Tests.
and all the while I'll ignore the problem. I'll get so
Install.
drunk I can barely make it home. I need your help, but I can't
English.
ask. So we
American
talk
English.
about foxgloves planted in row, and all the while I'll ignore the problem. I'll get so drunk I can barely make it home. I need your help, but I can't ask. So we talk about foxgloves slurring my words. All this beauty just makes me worse. I'll get so drunk I don't wanna go home. I know I'm leaving soon, so we talk about foxgloves.
Probably gonna fail again. Okay. So this bridge is straight up not working. So to remove it, network device, fine. Create a new bridge. Get Linux bridge. MBR0. 10391.8. Gateway of 1039154. No IPv6. Don't care about VLANs, but okay. Bridge port is going to be ENS3. Create. Apply configuration, yes. Site, we can. So, two hardware. Zero virtualized linked to VMBR0. That all looks good. Okay, so let's restart this. Install. English, United States, American English. On DHCP. And it looks like it's gonna fail. Dang it. Let's see if the virtual machines contain MBR0. the network command. And 391.6 91254. And the link might be offline. That seems to be what's going on here. Yeah, this is... It's not working, I guess.
Giving it all, but I hit a wall. I can't find a passage. I must be on my own, so you don't become collateral damage. We had a good thing, the fire is gone. You're still the best, but it's time to move on. I'm giving it all, but I hit a wall.
Oh.
I can't find a passage. Sorry, but I'm
ENS 18.
better off without you. It's only that I need some time alone. All the little things I love about you, I'm making me a fool to let you go. So I let you go.
Okay, this is a change. I'm now able to ping the Proxmox server, but not further than that.
And day after day, the hunger is growing. I should follow my heart and shuffle the cards to seek out my calling. We had a good thing, the fire is gone. You're still the best, but it's time to move on. Maybe we'll meet again and start at the end when I get where I'm going. Sorry, but I'm better off without you. It's only that I need some time alone. All the little things I love about you, I'm making me a fool to let you go. So I let you go.
Oh,
Sorry, but I'm better off without you. It's only
it might be an issue at the
all the little things I love about you. I'm making me a fool to let you go. But don't you cry, it's
Truenas level.
goodbye if we can still be friends. Sorry, but I'm better off without you. It's only that I need some time
Devices network. Attached. It's attached. Oh. Just guest filters.
Sorry, but I'm better off without you.
Okay.
It's only that I need some time.
Maybe that was the issue.
All the little things I love about
So then,
I'm making me a fool to let you go.
that down.
So baby, I'm your on the daily. Know that you've been feeling like you're not yourself lately. Just wanted to tell you that you're not
This
crazy.
is way more annoying than I expected.
When you're feeling so lazy.
So baby, I'm here on the daily. Know that you've been feeling like you're not yourself lately. Just wanted to tell you that you're not crazy.
Come on. Very, very. Okay, so that's offline. Devices, let's just make sure that change stuck. Edit, just guest filters, nick to attach is correct. I'll check that on the next page. ENP9S0, and it's set to vert.io. Okay. ENP9S0 is my active interface, my other one is not. Power this back on. Okay. Now, KVM test start 2. Come on. Not coming up, or what's going on here? There we go.
Walk in circles just to wind up at your door.
Okay, 10.3.9.1.3.8.
Never been so lost and never been so sure. Couldn't help it if I tried.
So,
No, we've been singing this 1,000 times, but this time maybe we can really get it right. We could be lovers, we could be friends, we could start all over again. I don't really care if nobody else likes it. I don't really care if nobody else likes it. It's with the highs and never reload. I'd rather die than be alone. I don't really care if nobody else likes it. I don't really care if nobody else likes it.
start. Wow. Start that up too.
They're shooting arrows, but they're bouncing off the walls. Not a drop of love we lose. Trip and stumble on this crooked road we walk. But I would rather walk with you. Oh, I know it's blurry from the outside in, but you look perfect in the light you're standing in. We could be lovers, we could be friends, we could start all over again. I don't really care if nobody else likes it. I don't really care if nobody else likes it. It's with the highs and
Come on, do all.
nobody else likes it.
Okay, so still no DHCP.
Don't recognize who's in my bed. I know I used to love him, but I can't pretend. All we do is scream and fight. Cruel through the days,
Yeah,
so for
no
sure
DHCP
I
here either.
am
That should just work.
to you too. Don't love me like you promised to. So why am I so
So I
sad?
configure manually.
Why am I
And 3,
doing everything
9,
I can to justify your
8.
arrogance, your cruelty, and your neglect? I can't pretend, 'cause I know there's no saving us now. This point I'm just burnt out from pleasing you. I hate that, I hate that, I hate that, I hate you. So cold to the touch, ice baking. You're not enough, so selfish. Can't keep up, I hate that, I hate that, I hate that, I hate you.
Then 3, 9, 1, 6, 24. 10, 3, 9, 1, 2, 5, 4.
Trying to map out in my head how we got here from where we started. Take a leave, I should have gone. Got stuck trying to right your wrongs. Doing what I can, I compromise and played. I got down on my knees for nothing, 'cause
10,
you're
3,
stone
9, 1,
to
8.
the touch, ice baking. You're not
Okay.
enough, so
So it can
selfish.
ping the VM server bridge,
I hate that, I hate that, I hate you.
but can't ping upstream of that. And I don't understand why.
I know there's no saving us now. This point I'm just burnt out from pleasing you, from pleasing you, from pleasing you.
You know what? It's right around midnight. I think I've had enough beating on VM stuff for now. I need to figure out how to best manage this. Chances are I'm unfortunately probably going to be forced to install Proxmox on the server as bare metal, and then install Truenas on top of that if I want to. I don't like that solution though. It's not a great one. Install something like Houston Command Center from 45 drives on top of Proxmox, and that would give me more fine-grained control over my ZFS file systems and stuff, but it's nowhere near as nice as Truenas. I can also virtualize Truenas on top of Proxmox and pass through disks, I think. I need to investigate that. In fact, I'm going to write that down real quick so I don't forget to look into that. That's not good. Oh. Okay. Truenas. 4. Through. Solar. And figure that out tomorrow, I guess. Okay. Well, now that I've managed to get myself annoyed as far as the VM side of things, I was really hoping to get a test website up and running tonight. I think I'm going to be able to do that. can do, however, is back in TrueNAS. This is a list of all the TrueCharts applications. I do want to make note of the things that I would like to install. I'm not necessarily married to doing this inside of TrueNAS, but getting a feel for some of these applications and what they do is a good idea. Home Assistant, for example, I will definitely be using that eventually once I get devices that support it. That is an application with a script-driven, web-driven interface, and interfaces with smart home devices of many different kinds, from cameras to light switches to RGB lights, and that will enable us to do data logging on stuff, to turn a virtual light switch on and have whatever happen based upon that input. So that's pretty neat. Disk over data. I've never heard of that one. What are you? Your data management platform for bring your own storage or software will do the rest. Sustainable data management solution empowering organizations with the knowledge and tools they need to take care of their data and scale their business. Web platform for indexing files, metadata, interest. I have never heard of this. Basically a full-on search system for a big data storage system. It's neat. Nextcloud, I will definitely be using that. That's basically a Google Apps replacement. So you get things like docs, spreadsheets, image hosting. It's all quite nice. It's great for family installations, so I'll probably be using that. Photo Prism, I'm not quite certain what that is. Server-based applications for browsing, organizing, and sharing your personal photo collection. That's kind of neat. Pi-hole, I'm actually using pfBlocker NG for pfSense, so I probably won't be using Pi-hole. But I'm kind of curious about comparing and contrasting them, so I might do an A/B test at some point. MB is basically like Plex. It's a video server platform. I've been using Plex mostly because the applications for my aged TVs are basically Plex only. I don't have any MB apps available for my ancient TVs. DDNS Updater, that's a good one to have around. Minecraft server, could do that. Not terribly interested. Terraria, which is side-scrolling Minecraft, more or less. AdGuard Home, that's a DNS filter application as well. Tailscale is a VPN software. I might actually take advantage of that as well, so I can better access my stuff from work and other places. Jellyfin is yet another video hosting platform. Mumble is a voice over internet protocol server setup that is now kind of deprecated amongst my group of folks, mostly because we all use Discord and it's just plain easier. What is Zero Tier? Securely connect any device anywhere. Okay, so it's another VPN style setup thing. IPFS, Chia for altcoin mining, storage, Sonar for downloading stuff, LAMAV for antivirus stuff, Overseer, free open source software application for managing requests to your media library, integrates with your existing services such as Sonar, Radar, and Plex. When application is installed, the container will be launched with root privileges. Huh. That's neat. Nginx Proxy Manager. TDAR. Distributed Transcoding System. Music collection manager. Okay, so that's applications. All official. Oh. Charts. Catalogs. I thought there would be more applications. Build sync official catalog. Build to clone GitHub repository. Able to access github.com/truenats/charts. Do not resolve host github.com. Why the heck not? Resolve just. Let's try again. Oh, that was at 9. Okay, so let's miss that. Refresh. Refresh. There we go. There's all the TrueCard stuff. That's what I was expecting. Alright, so there's WireGuard, which is VPN, Logitech Media Server, Kubernetes Gateway, Photoshop Calibra, which is a ebook organization software, Fresh RSS, Ops. Looks like the Calibra or software. Online collaborative whiteboard. You use draw simultaneously on a large virtual whiteboard. 7 Days to Die server. At home. Oh, URL shortener. That's pretty cool. SH link. Or Duplicati's backup software. Indica. Heard of that one. Decentralized social network. Not today, thanks. Haslam, Bolt Warden, Bot. Open source design and prototyping platform. These are all free downloadable applications that just install straight up on TrueNAS scale. It's neat. Never heard of that one. Sync thing, again, backup software for like SETI at home and all those other Stanford distributed computing projects. Retainer for doing Docker. That's what it is. Actually, let's install Portainer. Unity Edition, America, New York. Deployment, 1 replica. Host path. Automatic permissions. This path is Obsidian. Inner store. Portainer.
I see you in the sunsets on the ocean sky.
Messed around with ingress settings later on.
As the clouds roll by, now it's hard to find the silver
Save.
lining. Hard to move on and leave you behind me. When
The
there's
coast path.
always
Path does not
something to
exist.
remind me, I can't forget you. And after all this time, I thought it would all feel better. But as the days go by, I'm missing
You know what? I'm just going to make a note of that and write that down for later.
more than ever.
Portainer is Charles. All right. Business software, CRM. HTML5 web page to test upload and download speeds.
I hear you in the rainfall, it was crashing down. When you said it was over, and the truth,
Music streamer
I can't say that
provides management of TV shows and/or anime, text new episodes, links, downloader apps. Huh, interesting.
till there's always something
New Guru that deduplicates various file folders. Picks up off photos. And private forums. That's welcome. That's the Cody. He had another video server. Cloud.
wishing for you.
Grocery list. Table maker. DIY tool to create and link self-power 5 caddies. That's very specific. Sync to as video doing that. Watch you. Huh. Don't need that, but kind of cool. Sad. There are tons and tons of applications. Not very well. Here's a WordPress installed. Go one. If it weren't for the security concerns, I would probably just spin that up right now and start importing Cpgeek.org. Speaking of Cpgeek.org, really should add some additional content, I think. Last thing I have up there is January. Wow, that was the unboxing of my graphics card. I also will be doing some more work with YouTube, as it's a much significantly higher quality platform when you have the bandwidth to support large uploads. I do. So look for much higher quality YouTube videos and possibly streams in the near future. I like the community here on Twitch quite a lot. I don't really have all that big of a name on YouTube. I have a few followers and whatnot, but I do like the interaction here on Twitch better. I might do some dual streaming if that becomes a thing that I'm able to do. Interesting. But as far as here, let's just do some support stuff. Drag this over for a second. Get myself logged in. There we go. The Cpgeek.org is built on WordPress. Like things are mostly status quo. Not count the stats due to it. And I'm not worried about stats really. Backup application. Not a huge deal. Jetpack stats. Couple views every so often. Not exactly a well-trafficked site. Not a big deal though. Haven't really done much. This is just running on a DigitalOcean problem. In fact, if you go to the main page on my site, scroll down to the My Affiliate Links section. If you go to DigitalOcean, which is a great hosting platform, I've been with DigitalOcean for many years now. You can get a $50 credit to start with for any new accounts. And if you do end up spending any money, you basically spend $25 and I get $25 off of your hosting So if you're ever interested in trying it out, there is a free trial deal, and by using my link you get basically a $50 credit to start with, and when you do spend your first $25, I get $25. It's kind of a cool incentive. All right, well, it's almost about 12:30. Let's take a quick look at the V0 manual. I'm not going to jump too deep into building tonight, as I'm running out of time pretty quickly. So let's pull up the V0 manual here. And it's not too big of an ask. I think that I might want to build the top hat. I think that it should be relatively easy to do. It's one of the last things in the manual, but it's kind of a separate build. It's this part on top here, the top hat. I don't think that there should be any problems with just, building that one part. So yeah. 4J extrusions, 4K extrusions. You know what? That's a lot of squaring preloading. Oh, I didn't realize there were so many darn screws in this. You know what? I think I'll do this next time. I think I'm going to call it a little early. Start figuring out some of the things that I need to do this week. And I think I'll take it from there. So thank you all for joining me today. If you are new around here, go ahead and give Waddy a follow. I did shout her out already, but I will shout her out again, because she's an awesome mod. She streams Wednesdays and Saturdays. On Saturdays, there's the whole hang time stream. Usually, I think it's like 9 o'clock or so to late at night Eastern time on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So check out the Discord and whatnot. Also, my Discord. If you are new around here, come say hi. Please share with us your projects, and I'm certainly very interested to see what you guys got going on. So please post pictures. There's all sorts of awesome rooms as far as various places for different projects and stuff. I'm interested in computer building, software networking configurations like you saw here tonight. Retro arcade stuff, virtual reality, all kinds of cool nerdy things. Building 3D printers, clearly. So if any of that stuff sounds like the kind of stuff that you want to do, then come say hi, hang out. Even if that's the kind of stuff you're not terribly interested in, come on by as well. Something's got to keep you here. Also, following here on Twitch is free, so if you like anything that you saw, hit that follow button. I'd certainly be appreciative, and I will see you next time. So, have a good night, everybody.